So what is molarity? Molarity, denoted by our capital M variable, is the number of moles of solute in our liters of solution. So it's the concentration of our solution. You can manipulate these variables to get either answer. You can get number of moles by multiplying these two, or you can get the number of liters by taking the number of moles and dividing it by molarity. So as long as you have two of them, you can always find the other one. So let's work on an example of white monster. Let's say we have our white monster can here, which is 16 ounces. And these 16 ounces are also equal to 473 milliliters, and that translates to 0.473 liters. Save that for later. And in this can of White Monster, there's usually 150 milligrams of caffeine. We'll say caffeine is X. So let's try and find the number of moles in this can of White Monster. So we have our 150 milligrams. There's 1,000 milligrams per gram. And then the molar mass of caffeine is 194.19 grams. Cancel our labels. And we're left with 7.7 times 10 to the negative fourth moles. Let's keep that up here for later. So since this can is 0.473 liters and 7.7 times 10 to the negative fourth moles, we can do our molarity calculation with our number of moles in liters. So 7.7 times 10 to the negative fourth moles, all that divided by 0.473 liters. We have our moles variable and this L. So these two together become the big M, and we are left with 1.6 times 10 to the negative third molar, big M. Let's try another example to see what happens to the molarity when we add more solution. Let's say we're going to add 0.2 liters to this can. Maybe put it in another glass of water. So now we have our same number of moles divided by a now larger number of liters, which will come out to 1.1 times 10 to the negative third molar. This is a smaller number than what we had before because we have more solution but the same amount of moles, so it is more dilute. Similar to if you've had Kool-Aid, and as you put more water in the Kool-Aid, it tastes more like water because you have less powder. So let's do another example, a bit on a larger scale. Let's say we're at the Monster factory. And we're going to try and make a batch of White Monster in this vat, right here. Let's say this vat is about 7 liters, and we have 0.6 molar solution of this White Monster in a vat. And we're going to try and find how many grams of caffeine are in this vat. So, let's go back to our original equation. And we're going to try and get the number of moles, which can be converted into grams. So, we're going to take M times L to get our number of moles. So let's take our 0.6 moles per liter, times that by our 7 liters. And then per mole of caffeine, there are 194.19. Sorry for the writing. grams. And this comes out to 815 grams of caffeine. This is very concentrated solution. You'd probably have a heart attack if you drank it. That's not going to stop me from loving White Monster. But yeah, that's how Molarity works. If you have any other questions, I do stream on Twitch. Feel free to leave a comment on any other topics that you need help explaining. And thank you for watching. I hope this helped your learning.